On New Year's Day, the water temperature at Port Alberni's Clutha Marina was a brisk 6 degrees, just right for the annual polar bear swim. And even as the 30 or so swimmers began to gather, another group, dressed a wee bit warmer, also assembled, the Canadian Coast Guard Auxiliary, committed to ensuring safety on the water.
We're out here just to support the polar bear swim, and in the event that anybody needs assistance when they're in the water, we'll be available to provide that assistance. We can give first aid. We can initially we'll get the people out of the water and get them back to the dock. We can do first aid, CPR, whatever is required under the circumstances.
It's also a good exposure for us and training. We're always training. I've learned quite a bit.
And if you're wondering how much these highly trained individuals are paid to give up their New Year's Day, well, wonder no more.
We are all volunteers, and everybody who's in the Coast Guard Auxiliary or the Port Alberni Marine Rescue Society are all volunteers, and nobody receives any type of payment for this service. A lot of people just want to give back. This is their way of giving back to the community. They support our organization, which is the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and then we support any on-the-water activities that are going on in our area.
I wanted to volunteer for something. I used to be with the Boy Scouts, Cubs and Scouts, and I've always been involved in the water, in Sea Cadets and whatnot.
The crew that's on board the boat today, and there's 4 of us, we've assigned people to various positions, and depending on the type of a situation that we would get into, we would get the person out of the water probably as quickly as possible. We've got various methods that we use, from parbuckling, which is rolling a person up the side of the tubes at the side of the vessel, to just getting them particular ways that we'll put a rope around them or a strap around their body and get them back on board as quickly as possible.
Ian has volunteered with the Coast Guard Auxiliary for 25 years, and he's seen a lot of polar bear swims. So I asked him if there had ever been an emergency.
No, I don't recall any. I haven't been out all the time for all of the polar bear swims, but I think it's gone relatively uneventful, which is the way that we would like it to be.
Port Alberni's 2012 polar bear swim went off once again without a hitch, and the members of the Canadian Coast Guard Auxiliary Unit 39 enjoyed the best seats in the house, or in this case, on the water. In Port Alberni, for Shaw TV, I'm Nancy Wilmot.